In a recent video by Most Valuable Promotions, many boxing fans and experts are expressing serious concerns over Mike Tyson's declining health, suggesting that allowing him to continue could lead to lasting damage. From the moment this event was announced, seasoned boxing observers felt Tyson was not in the physical condition expected of a heavyweight contender, especially against a younger opponent like Jake Paul. Despite these warnings, Mike and his team pushed on with an intense training schedule, where he reportedly spent over 6 hours in the gym daily, with minimal rest. While this kind of regimen might have suited Tyson in his prime, it's now taking a toll on his body. The biggest shock came earlier this year, when Tyson experienced a health scare that led to the fight's postponement. However, he resumed training and brushed off concerns, even lashing out at those questioning his fitness. Tyson's dismissive stance spurred further scrutiny from experts, including his opponent Jake Paul, who emphasized that age is unbeatable and those who think otherwise are unrealistic. Jake isn't the only one driving the fight's hype. Renowned heavyweight Anthony Joshua believes credit should also go to Jake for drawing a fresh audience to the sport. Joshua predicts the fight will likely favor Jake, given Tyson's recent appearances, which suggest he may be feeling the effects of age, especially following past injuries. DAZN promoter AE Depot has openly criticized the decision to let Tyson take on this fight, calling it ludicrous. While acknowledging Tyson's legendary status, Depot argues he may be deceiving himself about his ability to win, given the visible signs of fatigue and lack of lengthy sparring sessions. Similarly, former MMA fighter Sonic KL Sonnen condemned the prolonged training camp, highlighting its potential harm to Tyson's overall health. Sonic pointed to Tyson's visibly fatigued state during an appearance with Jake Paul at Texas Stadium as proof of his struggle to keep up. Praising Jake's preparation, Sonic noted that while Jake might lack Tyson's boxing finesse, his youth and resilience give him a significant advantage over the older fighter. Boxing analyst Brendan Schaub echoed these concerns, suggesting that Tyson's claims of being in peak condition are unfounded. He argued that Tyson's extreme training routine is damaging him, which could be turning fans away from the fight, seeing Jake as the inevitable victor. Schaub speculated that Tyson's team may be banking on the fight's viewership or possibly leveraging it for a larger series of fights or UFC tie-ins. Combat analyst and former MMA fighter Michael Bisping has also sounded alarms about Tyson's health, stating that no one, regardless of their skill, can escape the effects of aging. He noted that while Jake lacks Tyson's technical prowess, he is physically stronger, posing a serious threat to Tyson in the ring. Bisping even questioned whether Tyson's nonchalance about the fight's outcome hints at its authenticity. Former wrestling icon Ken Shamrock, a contemporary of Tyson's, voiced similar concerns, avoiding predictions due to the unusual matchup and Tyson's current state. He remarked that it's heartbreaking to see Tyson risk his health this way after a storied career, as there's virtually no chance he can emerge victorious or unharmed. Ken also commended Jake for his rapid achievements in boxing, suggesting that this fight could solidify Jake's standing in the sport. Heavyweight boxer Joseph Parker agreed, viewing the fight as a disaster in the making. Parker noted that Tyson's seemingly self-destructive path dampens enthusiasm among true boxing fans, who recognize that the odds are overwhelmingly in Jake's favor. Adding further depth and perspective to the situation, many analysts have noted that Tyson's persistence may be motivated by a lingering need to prove his resilience and legendary status, rather than by any realistic chance of victory. Tyson has repeatedly assured fans of his readiness, yet those closest to him report visible signs of exhaustion and wear, raising questions about whether this fight is driven more by financial incentives or by Tyson's need to maintain his storied image in the boxing world. This sentiment is echoed by sports psychologist Dr. Alan Grayson, who suggests that Tyson's refusal to step down could stem from a deep-seated identity issue. For someone like Mike, who has always been defined by his strength and endurance, aging is a uniquely difficult process. Returning to the ring may feel like a way to hold on to that power, even if it's ultimately a dangerous choice, Grayson stated. Despite the warnings, Mike's camp appears committed to pushing forward, with a training regime that remains grueling and highly publicized, seemingly with the intent to dispel any doubts about his conditioning. However, this display has not convinced the boxing community at large. Boxing coach Freddie Roach, known for his training of high-profile fighters, also voiced his concerns. "There's a difference between being physically fit and being fight-ready," Roach said. "Mike might look strong, but he's no longer as fast or as reactive, and that could be disastrous against a younger, highly motivated opponent like Jake." Adding further fuel to the fire, a recent video circulated online showing Tyson struggling with basic sparring drills, which prompted renewed debate about his current physical capabilities. In response, Jake Paul took to social media to post a series of videos showcasing his own rigorous training, amplifying the sense that he is in peak condition while subtly underscoring Tyson's apparent vulnerabilities. Even the financial motivations behind this matchup have come under scrutiny. Promoter Lou DiBella openly criticized the fight's setup, suggesting that the promoters may be leveraging Tyson's legendary name to boost revenue, despite the ethical concerns surrounding his well-being. Everyone knows Mike is a legend, but there's a difference between respecting his legacy and exploiting it, DiBella stated, hinting that the fight may do more harm than good to Tyson's reputation. Moreover, the narrative surrounding this fight has transformed significantly over time. What initially appeared to be an inspiring comeback for an aging champion now strikes many fans as a sad reminder of the unforgiving nature of combat sports. This shift has led some to question if Tyson, in pushing himself beyond his natural limits, is tarnishing his legacy rather than reinforcing it. For those still supporting Mike's comeback, their hope lies in his renowned grit and the possibility that he may surprise everyone with a final display of his once formidable prowess. However, the overwhelming consensus in the boxing world remains that this matchup could spell more harm than good for Tyson. Reflecting on Tyson's training videos, Parker observed that while Tyson looks fierce on the pads, it's unclear if these clips represent his real ability at 58. What do you think about this fight? With only a few days left, are you excited, or do you share the experts' worries about Tyson's health? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.